Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Cranky Gun Reviews. I'm your host, James, and tonight I'm going to do another pattern collecting video. That's right, something I haven't done in quite a while. A video about collecting certain types of firearms because you like them, or collecting multiples of the same type of firearm because you like them. And tonight's video is going to be talking about Charter Arms. Main reason being, I get tons and tons and tons of views on my Charter Arms videos, and realistically, I really enjoy the Charter Arms firearms. I've said in many of my videos, I like firearms that are made in New England. I like firearms that are made in Massachusetts, Connecticut, places around here, New Hampshire, things like that, because they're close to me where I am. Also because Connecticut and Massachusetts are not very gun-friendly states. So anytime I can buy a firearm that was made in Massachusetts, Connecticut, or other places where they're not really gun-friendly, it makes me feel good inside my heart. Even though they're used guns most of the time, and I'm not really contributing to keeping the gun manufacturers in the state, because a lot of the guns that I buy are from manufacturers that might have gone out of business years ago. At least some of them anyway. But not Charter Arms. Still made in Connecticut, still made with a lifetime warranty, fairly decent quality, but I guess let's just get into the video. Charter Arms, pattern collecting. So for those of you who may be new to the channel, pattern collecting is something that I kind of heard about quite a few years ago. Iraq Veteran 8888 has been around on YouTube for a long time, and he used to do a lot of pattern collecting videos about things like Mosin Nagants or shotguns and stuff like that. So if you look way back in my playlist, I actually have a whole bunch of pattern collecting videos. And this one is about Charter Arms revolvers. Now, I've done several videos about Charter Arms. I really like their revolvers because they're pretty well made. They're made in the United States. Really, Charter Arms has staked their reputation on making nothing but revolvers. The only other thing that they ever made was the AR-7 semi-auto survival rifle, and maybe one other semi-auto pistol, I can't remember. But years ago, when I was looking for Smith & Wesson J-frames, I couldn't really afford them, so Charter Arms were the revolvers that I got into first, and for what they are, they're pretty well made. If you go back in my previous videos talking about why did I want this gun with the Charter Arm revolvers, I tell you that I like the models that are made in Stratford, Connecticut. And I have another one here to show everybody. So this is a Charter Arms, an American tradition, made in the USA. So I had a buddy contact me the other day, maybe 2 weeks ago, and said that he had a nearly new, what appeared to be unfired Charter Arms Undercover in 38 Special. And he told me the price, and I bartered a little bit, and I was able to pick this up. So I believe he's right. This appears to be an uncarried, unfired 1981 or 82 vintage. I believe it's actually 1981, because it actually still has the original sales receipt in the box. This is the original Gun Owners of America sign-up sheet. We have a vintage Charter Arms products and accessories booklet, and the original owner's manual. So what's really cool about this, tucked away deep inside the owner's manual, is the original sales receipt from January 30th, 1982. And if you look on here, the guy purchased this gun for $169.95. Now, in today's market, you can find these sometimes from between $200 to $350, depending on the condition and the age of them. But finding one in this condition, in this age, from Stratford, Connecticut, is really difficult. Now, again, the bluing on this is in excellent condition. There's really no issues with it except a little bit of chipping on the paint on the bottom of the grip. But there's only a little tiny turn mark on the cylinder. Inside this gun, very clean, and it looks like it may have only been test fired at the factory. If you look at the rear where the firing pin is, you have just a little bit of gold ring around it from the one round that went off. But the inside of the barrel is extremely clean, and you know, there's no marks, no scratches on the bluing or anything like that. The grip is in excellent shape. And again, this one is made in Stratford, Connecticut. So this is the vintage I like. I have 3 of these blued models ranging from approximately 1974 up to about 1985 or 1986. This one puts it right in the middle. Again, this is a 1981 year of manufacture based on the sales receipt. And again, I would put these up against most of the Smith & Wesson J-frames, the 36, 37, in this same year range. And this one, being that it's in excellent unfired condition, the cylinder lockup on this gun is extremely tight. So again, why do I really like Charter Arms firearms? Well, again, just like I said in the intro to the video, I like the fact that they're made in New England. For me, I grew up in New England, I still live in New England, and the rich firearms history that came from this area is just kind of astounding. This particular company, Charter Arms, was started from somebody that had actually worked at Colt and Ruger, and he decided to spin off and make his own company with an ultra-lightweight revolver with a lot of great safety features built into it at an affordable price and offer lifetime warranties on them. And that is a recipe for success. Now, Charter Arms did change hands a few times. They went out of business once or twice. They were bought out, changed to Charco, which if you find a Charco branded Charter Arms firearm, I would probably stay away from them because they're really not that great. In the Charco years, the revolvers had a lot of quality issues from what I understand, and again, I would steer clear of the Charco branded Charter Arms firearms. As I've said before though, the ones made in Stratford, Connecticut in the 60s, 70s, and 80s really are my favorite, and I will buy one again if I see another. Moving from the left to the right here, I have my newly purchased Charter Arms Target Pathfinder 22 long rifle in the 8-shot variant, and I did take this out to the range last week. The odd thing is the rear sight is pretty tall on it, and the only way I could get point of impact, point of aim, was using very low velocity target ammo around 850 feet per second. But with that, it was very accurate. Next to that, I have my late 70s, early 80s vintage stainless steel model, which is a pretty rare one to find. It made in Stratford, Connecticut with the stainless steel frame and cylinder. Then I have the first blued model that I bought, which is a 1974, 73, somewhere around there. And the middle one, which is the new 1981 model. And on the right, that's the newest blued model I have, which I think is from around 84, 85. And then here you can see my Charter Arms pewter belt buckle and my little display stands that I have for the pistols. So you can see that my Charter Arms collection is growing, and as I said, I'm sure I'll be buying more. Thanks for watching.